Hey there, it's David again, and welcome to step number 4. Apologize, that last step I know was a little long, a little technical. We're going to get more lively here with the email marketing step and then the next step on traffic. These are two really fun topics. We had to get that tech stuff behind us. Now we've got our funnel sort of in a good place, ready to start really taking it to the next level here. So this step, we're going to talk about the email marketing software and setting up some automated email sequences. So as we start driving traffic to our different pages or different funnels, we start building that email database. We want to have in place a way to start reaching out to these people on a consistent basis and start nurturing them, start giving them value, get them to the point where they start trusting us. We're building that relationship with them through email. And, you know, by the way, sprinkling in some calls, sprinkling in some text messages as we start to get some more of that information coming in as well. But point being, anytime they submit that information to us in our landing page, remember, we want to sync that up with our email marketing database and start to grow that, but have a way to reach out to these people as well. So step number 4, we're going to really get this email marketing software in place and start setting up our email sequences so we can automate this stuff. Guys, this is something that not a lot of real estate agents are doing, and those that are probably aren't doing it the best way that they can. There's probably a little room for improvement here if they're honest. So this is something that's going to really set you apart. Again, we're trying to help you become that 13% of agents that's going to be in the business for the long term and do it the right way, making sure that we're paying attention to all these different touch points with our potential clients, okay, and our email database. So as you can see here next to the step number 4 video, there's this button to get a free 30-day Aweber trial. What Aweber is Aweber is one of the many different email marketing softwares out there. It's the one that I use, so I'm going to use it in this training video, but just know there's many different options out there. There's MailChimp, Constant Contact. Oh man, I've drawn a blank here with all the different ones right now, but there's a ton of different email marketing softwares. ClickFunnels is going to connect to them. There's similar to all the different places you can buy a host name and connect it over to ClickFunnels. It's the same thing with this email marketing software. So I'm familiar with Aweber. I love it. It works really, really well. So that's the one I'm choosing to do the training on in this video right now. But just know you can use other options, okay? Let's go ahead and we're going to have, go ahead and click on this Aweber trial, or go to whatever email marketing software you're going to use. You'll go over there, you'll go ahead and set up an account. I'm just going to go ahead and log into Aweber here, my account. So assuming you went over, you got yourself set up either on Aweber or Constant Contact or MailChimp, whatever your choice is. All of them are going to have a similar functionality. Honestly, they're all fairly simple and utilize the same type of stuff. But what you're going to do is once you're in, for example, Aweber, there should be a place where you can create a different list type. So I'm going to click Manage Lists. I've got several different ones that I use here for my different campaigns today, but we can create a new list. And my company name is Dance Real Estate Teams, what I've set up. Company name, website's Dance Homes, got the address, and then my information here. We'll go next step. Okay, what do we want to call our list? For the purposes of this, I'm just going to call it, let's do the one for our free guide, our seller's guide. So let's do Test Seller's Guide, just so I can find it when we connect it, because we're going to now, after we set it up, we're going to go connect it, remember, to our funnel. So when they hit submit, that it's connected to our database, our email marketing database, and it starts to update as we go. And then you're going to want to have some kind of a brief description. We consider all our clients family. Thanks for joining our newsletter. We will be sending you valuable information for selling your home for selling your home quickly and for top dollar. Please feel free to reach out at any time for anything real estate related. Thanks. So that's our little message there. So this just shows them what this newsletter is, what they signed up for, that kind of thing. We'll hit next step. I just go ahead and approve this because by default, a lot of these places want you to use this two-step authentication. I don't like it because they've already signed up for my newsletter. I don't want to send them a newsletter or another email and say, hey, did you really want to sign up for this? So I just go ahead and approve it. But then what I do is I go into list options up here and go to settings. And then in confirmation message, I just go down here and I turn off the send confirmation message from Aweber sign up form. They already signed up on my landing page. I consider that good. And they're going to have the ability to unsubscribe if they want to anyway. So it's just one less step. I like to just make it not super complicated. So you can see here our current list is test seller's guide. Okay. So let's take a quick break, hop back over to ClickFunnels here and find our guide funnel. So we're going to browse funnels, go here to our guide funnel. And let's go ahead and open up, let's see which one, we're going to want to go to our opt-in because that's where they put in the name and email address. So here, remember I said we're going to come back to it. If you go to settings and integrations, what we should now find is, click here, we're going to go to Aweber. We want to go to an existing form, and then we should see the one we just created. Yep, test seller's guide, see that? So whatever you create, whatever yours is probably going to be something like free home seller's guide or home seller's guide, whatever. So you know what it is. You'll click that, and now it says connected. Now what that means is when they come in here to the pop-up and put in their name and email address and hit download guide, it's now going to send that information to Aweber for me. And now we're building our database, okay? And it's putting it in a place where it's now actionable. So that's all done. Let's go over and make sure and do the same thing on the other opt-in page, because remember, we've got two opt-ins for this particular one. Go to integrations, do the same thing again, Aweber, existing, and seller's guide. So now we're set up there, okay? And then we should probably do the same thing. What you do is you'd repeat the same process, create a separate list for your property list. So you could even get to the point where you say, I did actually patio homes. You could do patio homes and then any separate type of list that you're going to create if you're going to have a different landing page for each of those. But you want to make sure you integrate the ClickFunnels software with your email marketing software. Now, we'll come back here into Aweber. Now what we're able to do, guys, this is the real beauty of what we're going to do here, is we're going to go into Legacy Follow-Up Series, okay? We're going to click on this. And now what we're able to do is we're able to start building emails that we can put as part of our email sequence that's going to be automated to these individuals. So I'm just going to do a quick test one here just to give you a feel for what it is. So let's go personalize. We can do first name, comma. So this is going to give them, put the first name of the person that signed up for our series. So George, welcome to the Dance Real Estate Team newsletter. Hello. We can do the same thing here. Personalize their first name. Hello, George. Thanks so much for signing up to receive our seller's guide. I'm not going to spend a ton of time. You want to obviously spend a little bit of time to make this a great introduction email. That's what this is going to be. We're going to just say that and I'll show you some examples of actual intro emails that I've done, but just for the sake of getting something in place to show you how this works. Thanks. And chat more soon. David Dance. So what I like to do, a couple things I want to show you here that I like to do on all of these is you'll save it. And then I always like to come up and preview and test these. So this is sort of what it's going to look like. You'll see that it adds something you didn't see before. It's going to add your address and an unsubscribe option. You want to have that and need to have that on all your emails so that people have a way of unsubscribing from your list. So you want to make sure these are valuable emails. You're not just saying, hey, you want to buy or sell? You want to give them additional value. And that we'll talk a little bit about some of the strategy there around that. But what I like to do is I like to send a test email. So it's going to send a test email to me. And a thing that's really cool about the test emails is when you receive them, it is going to show you I use Gmail for my personal account. So it'll show me as the email comes in, the test email, if it's marked as spam, promotion, or as update, or just as a regular email. So you want to get it at least to update or regular. If it's hitting promotion, that means it could be going to the individual spam folder, and you don't want that, because as we start getting tens and hundreds and thousands of people that are new coming into your email database, you don't want the emails you're automating to them going to their spam folder. So you want to test it, and a lot of times you'll have to just make little tweaks. Maybe it's in the subject line or within the body if there's too many links or something going on. You just tweak it until it's an email that's going to get through, and we're going to be sure again that it's at the update label, or just coming through like a normal email with no label. That means it's hitting the email box of the recipient. Okay, so let's just say this, everything checked out, it looks good, we're happy with this first email. We're going to hit save and exit. Now it's going to put it in our draft section, and what you're going to do is go to send options, and we want to add this to our follow-up series. Okay, so what this is going to say, if it's the first one you're putting in here, is it's going to default to the subscriber getting this immediately after they sign up, and that's what we want. Okay, we want them to get this email right after they sign up. So they're going to put in our landing page, they're going to put in their first name, last name, click the submit button, and immediately this email is going to go out to them. Hey, thanks for subscribing. Meantime, they're over on our thank you page downloading the guide we gave them. This is going to be really cool because they're going to get the guide. They're going to also go shortly thereafter, probably check their email and see this email that's come from us that says, hey, welcome to our site, blah, 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 or to our newsletter, blah, 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 and start giving additional value. So we're going to add this to our follow-up series. Okay. What that's going to do is that's going to drop it into our follow-up series. Now it's here, so it says send immediately. Now how this works is, as people start joining your email list and you're driving people to your landing page and they start signing up, as they come in, each one of them is going to have their own unique experience, but it looks as if, you know, you're taking time to write each of these individually. So this is the beauty of automation, is you're starting to set this up in a fashion where it's scalable for you. You can really build this thing to really be thousands of email subscribers. Now, my goal, back to the strategy here, is I think it would be awesome if you could build out an email sequence that's 2, 3, 4, 6 months long. So every, you know, this is debatable where we start getting into what's too frequent, what's too often. I personally think, you know, if you do once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. Now, some may argue you need to be more frequent than that, and I'm okay with that. I think it's a debate that you can have. I like to do about once every week, sending them an email, and it's something new with additional value. So if they came into your seller's guide, these are people that are maybe looking around at selling, right? So you can sprinkle in things like, hey, here's a cool article that I read, and you'll write up a little write-up and then link to that article, or put it on your own IDX website where you link up your MLS if you have one of those. Put the article there and then link to your own website. That's probably a better way to do it. Or, hey, we talked about some of that community stuff, right? Hey, here's some cool things coming up in the community here in the near future. That could be one of your emails. Here's some additional things you can try to add value to your home. You know, a lot of any different ideas you have. Here's thought about, here's the different financing options as you look for your next home, right? There's a lot of different things that you could add in, and I'm just sort of thinking off the top of my head here, a lot of these different things. Here's some ideas for marketing your home. You know, here's some things for curb appeal, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. So you get a lot of different things. You don't have to be coming up with all the content. That's the beauty on this stuff, is you could just be linking to different things. Or one of them may just be a quick little video message. So you create an email, you embed the video, similar to how you do it within ClickFunnels. There's a way to embed the video in Aweber. So it could just be a quick video message. Hey, here we are. I'm so glad that you're in our newsletter. Here's some additional information that may help you as you think about selling your home, blah, 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 right? And you put that video message. So if you're doing this every week or every several days, you're going to add another one. What it would look like, let me just take you to another series that I have here. It's this one. Yeah, so you can see here, this is another list that I have here. So they're getting an initial one, and then I send this one more frequently. Again, you wouldn't have to do this frequently, but every 1 to 2 days on this one. But what you can see here is as you build more, you have the option of then going in and adding it more and more to your legacy follow-up series. So as you build them, it'll say, okay, when do you want to send this one? And you say X number of days after the last email. So if you do one immediately, maybe you then do one in 5 days after that. And I like to set up, it does give the ability to set up when exactly you want to send it as well. The time frames that you use, you do some study, the time frames a lot of people recommend are from like 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And not on weekends. So that's sort of the window. I set it up to go out, I think it's 10:30 every Monday through Friday, and I exclude Saturday and Sunday. So it just sort of picks up again after the weekend with my email sequence. So if you could build that thing out, and again, if you could start getting it to a month, 2 months, 3 months, and just build it over time. So again, these people are getting value, really cool information that's valuable from you on a weekly basis. So you're going to definitely stay front of mind. Are there any other agents out there doing that on that consistent of a basis with these people? Probably not. So you're going to be ahead of what these people are doing. So that's really, guys, what we're talking about with the email marketing software. So we've gone ahead, we've got you set up with Aweber or whatever your email marketing software of choice is. We've linked it up into our opt-in pages here so that it's talking to our email marketing software. And what's cool is now we start driving traffic. These people just start automatically getting, based on when they come into our funnel, they're starting to get the email sent to them. And you can also see the reports that are a part of this as well. If you come down here to your follow-up totals, you can see all the different, this would be follow-up email number 1, 2, 3. So you can see 1,000 were sent, how many people opened it, and you can start to track what your open rates are, what your click rates are, and see where you may need to make tweaks. So you can see if something drops off, you got down to 8% here. I may need to go into that 4th email and, I don't know, sexy it up a little bit, right? Make it something that's more beneficial and get that open and click rate up a little bit. So guys, that is really at a high level what we're looking to do for the email marketing software. Not super hard. We just want to get set up with an account. If you've already got one, great. You just want to link it over to ClickFunnels. Again, if you're using some type of email marketing software that I haven't mentioned, just come over here to the help and docs. This is a really, really good place where you can come over. Let's type in MailChimp. How to integrate MailChimp with ClickFunnels. You just click on this and it has really good stuff. All of them have videos, so it's like, go here, click this, click on profile. All right, here's what you want to do. And you just follow the steps and it helps you set it up with ClickFunnels. It's really, really easy. And again, guys, remember, once it's set up the first time that funnel, you're really done and you can just make minor tweaks from there. Again, it's just a little bit of effort up front to customize this and get it set up, and then we're able to work with it for months and years into the future. So guys, once you got your email marketing software set up and connected to ClickFunnels, you have completed this step number 4, and I will see you over on step number 5, which we're going to talk about traffic, which is a really fun topic. Hey everyone, okay, I'm back. I'm adding a little bit extra to this step number 4, setting up your email software and sequence section. I have recorded the whole entire course and training, and I decided, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do these emails for them. I want to eliminate as many barriers as possible to get you started. And so what I did is I created 2 separate email sequences. And by the way, this is the way I think is a really good way that makes sense to do this. You have one for sellers and one for buyers. So depending on where this person came into your email list would determine which list they're going to hit with Aweber. So within your ClickFunnels account, each time you have a landing page, you can designate in the integrations, as we covered in a previous step, what email list to send them to. So I've got it set up as sellers and buyers. And what I've done, if you can see there's a couple new buttons from the first part of this video. I added a PDF with the emails. So if you're not using Aweber, you've got a PDF here for the emails. There's a section for sellers, a section for buyers. If you are using Aweber, what you can do is, I have, similar to ClickFunnels that has share funnels, Aweber has share follow-up sequences. So this is really cool. If you got your trial here or you're already using Aweber, you can click onto this button here. And what it's going to do is it's going to go ahead and open up for you a document. I'm just going to, let's just show you what that looks like up here. It's going to give you this document here. So it says Aweber follow-up email sequences. There's a code here for home selling email sequence and another code for the home buying email sequence. So each of these give you 6 or 7. One of them has 6 emails, one has 7. It's over a month of emails. So when they hit your email list, they're going to immediately be sent the first email, and then they're going to be sent an email every 7 days. One of them, like I said, goes for, I think, a 35-day time period, and the other one goes for 42 days or something like that. So they're going to get a good amount of emails just by loading this sequence that I've put together for you. And it's information that you can tweak, but I've gone through and sort of given you what I do with my buyers and sellers as they come in. So let's just, oh, and by the way, in this email document, it gives you the exact instructions of how to go into your list within Aweber and actually utilize and put in this code. But you basically just go into the load follow-up series. There's a little field here. Once you've gone into your list, you paste the code up above that I've given you, one for your sellers list, one for your buyers list. So I have 2 different lists set up in Aweber, 2 different codes you're going to upload into each of them. That gives you the list. And then what you'll need to do is, let me just log into my account real quick, my Aweber account. So I've got my buyers and sellers right here. So if I go into my buyers and then the legacy follow-up series, these are the emails you're going to be getting. So you get one that's sent immediately, then at the next 7 days, 7 days, 7 days, 7 days, 7 days, 7 days. So there's 7 total. So that's immediately then 7 days, 14 days, 21 days, 28, 35, 42. So you've got almost, or coming up on 2 months of emails here that I have done for you. Now what you want to do when you get these uploaded is you're going to want to go into each of them, and I've prompted you where to put in your information. So if you just simply click on this first email here, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go in, and this, where it says first name fix, this is the code that Aweber uses to put in the person's first name that we collected from the landing pages. So it's going to pre-populate. So if their name is Dave, it'll say, Dave, welcome to the family. And then in the email body itself, it's going to say, hey, Dave, I am, and your name, you're obviously going to want to come in here and type in your name. So replace your name. I try to put things in bracket that need your attention. So put in your name. I'm a real estate agent here in city or area you serve. So Dallas or Chicago, or, you know, whatever the area is that you want to put in here that you serve as a real estate agent, you'll put that in. And then it'll give some information. This is sort of the introduction email. Again, feel free to make this your own if you want to tweak some things. This is sort of what I use. And then there's a link down here for Facebook, for your business Facebook page. So you could come down here, you click within the link. I said change the hyperlink to your Facebook real estate page. So if you just click in anywhere here on the hyperlink and then come up here to the link, this is where you hyperlink. I've just got a placeholder for Google right now. You would just come in here and paste your Facebook real estate page and hit OK. And then you want to obviously change your hyperlink. So now when they click that, hey, let's get social. Take a second to visit my page. and give me a follow so that it'll go to your page and not to my page or to google.com. It'll be yours. And then you want to change out your name, real estate agent, or you can change it to realtor if you are a realtor, your broker, and then your phone number, and then stay tuned, more goodies on the way. So that's the first email there. And then you'll just want to go through each one of these. And some of them I've done a quick little video that you'll want to pre-record real quick. So this one right here is a steps to the home buying process. So I got the email here again. All you'll need to do is just go in, record a quick video on the steps people go through to buy a home, and upload it to like YouTube or wherever you're going to upload it, Vimeo or whatever. And then what you can do is click on this hyperlink again, and you'll just put in the link, the URL link for the video you've recorded for the home buying process. So again, this is another way where people get to know you, know your face, know your voice. They're going to be much more comfortable to call you when it comes time to actually utilize you as the home buying agent in this particular case. So I've got a whole series again for the buying process. Go back, if we actually go up to our lists again, we can go to the sellers one. And if you put in your code here for the sellers as well, you are going to have a series. This one's 6 emails. So this one goes for, so you got one immediately, then 7, 14, 21, 28, and 35 days. So just over a month worth of emails for the selling process as well. So guys, this is just another way to get you started immediately. You can upload these emails that I've done for you, this email sequence for both buyers and sellers. And depending on, again, which landing page an ad you're running, which is, we're going to get into ads in the next step, you will direct them to your appropriate either seller or buyer list in Aweber. And then you've got the list, they immediately start receiving it, and you're building value, you're nurturing these individuals. Because again, not everyone's going to be ready to go immediately, especially if you're somebody they haven't met prior. Sort of cold traffic, you need to warm them up a little bit so that then they'll be more comfortable to reach out to you. So again, just another bonus, guys. I did these emails for you. You can tweak them. By the way, I'll probably start adding to these as well, so you get a little bit more there. If you are somebody that is not using, once again, Aweber, I don't have a way to upload these automatically for you, but I did put a PDF. Let's go back to the funnel here where I have the videos and the training series here for the Build Your Monopoly Real Estate Agent Lead System. If you come down, this third button is the one that you're going to want to use. This will actually, if you click this, it'll give you a PDF where you can just copy and paste the subject line and the email body into the email software that you have. So whether it's Constant Contact or MailChimp or GetResponse or Drip or Active Campaign, there's a whole bunch of different email marketing softwares out there. They all pretty much do the same thing. Again, I like Aweber, really been around forever and just been what I've used in my business. So that's what I use as the example, but you can use any email marketing software. So there you go, guys. That is step number 4. Let's get that in place for you. And then we will see you here in just a moment on step number 5, which is talking about traffic, running ads, and getting people to your landing pages. Thanks, guys.